In this sheet we have to find the electric field due to a dipole. You can see the dipole diagram. Dipole means minus q and plus q separated by a distance. So at A and B, minus q and plus q are shown. The center of the dipole is O. So total distance from minus q plus q is 2a. So from the center O, minus q distance a, and from the center O, the plus q's distance is also a. So this way the total distance is 2a. Now our target is that we have to find the electric field due to this dipole. There are two cases. First of all, we will find the electric field on the axial line of the dipole. The meaning of the axial line is the line joining the two charges. That means here the line joining the two charges is AB. If we extend it, suppose to the right, then this is the axial line. We have to mark a point P on this axial line only. So P is called the point of observation where we are finding the electric field. Its direction, that means the P's distance, is always taken from the center of the dipole and it is R. So OP distance is R. Now our target is to find the net electric field at P point due to this dipole, that means due to two charges. What is the procedure? We will consider one by one the charges. So when we will consider our first charge at A, we will forget about B charge, and when we will consider the second charge at B point, we will forget about the A charge. This way our target will be to find the direction and magnitude both due to both the charges and to find the net electric field according to vector rules. So let us begin finding the electric fields due to both the charges individually. Let us first consider only the charge present at A, which is minus q. We have to find the first electric field due to this charge at point P. We will call it EA. Our target is to find the direction and magnitude of EA. To find the direction first, we always keep the unit positive charge, that means we'll assume a unit positive charge at point P. Wherever it will go, that is the direction of electric field. So at point P, let us assume plus 1 coulomb. Now this is positive charge and our charge at A is negative charge. So this positive charge plus 1 coulomb will get attracted towards A. So EA direction is towards A. Now see the magnitude of EA in the formula on the left side, EA. Here we will take the help of single charge electric field formula, that is KQ upon distance square. So the distance between A and P is small r plus A distance. So our EA formula will become 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 means K, Q upon distance square. So distance between minus Q and P point is R plus A. So formula becomes 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q upon R plus A square. That means EA. So we have found EA formula. You can notice that we have not put here the sign of the charge, that means minus Q, because we have already considered the direction and E electric field is vector. So for vector quantity we have to only see the direction. We don't have to use the sign of the charge. Now number second calculation. We have to find the electric field due to the second charge. Second charge is plus Q charge at B point. So what we have to do? Forget about A charge. Firstly we will find the second electric field's direction, that is found by keeping unit positive charge at P So this positive charge will get repelled by B charge. So EB's direction is away from the charge. Now the magnitude of EB. EB's magnitude we can find by KQ upon distance square formula. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q upon distance. Now the distance between BP is, that means charge and point, is R minus A. So R minus A whole square. So this way we have found EA and EB magnitude and direction. We have solved till now EA and EB vector due to the two charges at point P, which we can see in the diagram. Now EA and EB are two individual electric fields present at point P, and we have to find their resultant. So we need to see the directions. Now we can see that the directions of EA and EB are in opposite direction. So whenever the two vectors are in the opposite direction and we have to find the resultant of them, then we have to minus them, we have to subtract them, and always subtraction will be done from the bigger. So let us see which one is bigger out of EB and EA. So let us see the formulas on the left side, EA and EB formulas. In the EB formula, the denominator R minus A square is smaller, so the whole fraction EB will be greater. So using this logic, we can see that EB is greater. If we compare EA and EB's denominator, so EB will be greater. That's why the net electric field EP formula will be now EB minus EA. So in the third step now we will put the EB and EA values here, and since Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is common in both, so Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 will be taken common, and in the bracket 1 upon R minus A whole square minus 1 upon R plus A whole square will be appearing. Now after reaching this step, that means after applying the vector rules, we have to simplify this expression using the simple mathematical tools, that means we will take LCM and we will solve this expression. So see the next step of LCM, and finally after taking the LCM and simplifying, the last answer on left side is 2Q into 2A into R upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R square minus A square whole square. Finally now, whenever we are solving the dipole things, then we have to make the formulas in terms of dipole moment vector, which we studied in the first sheet. Dipole moment vector is denoted as P, and if we recall it, it is the product of charge into distance. So this term in the bracket Q into 2A term in the EP formula, it is replaced by P, single P term, because it is the dipole moment vector. So this small p term denotes Q into 2A. So the first formula on the right hand side we are getting now, EP equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 2PR upon R square minus A square whole square. Now this is the exact formula and final formula achieved, but we can go one more step ahead by taking approximation. Read this line, if A is very less than R, the meaning is A means the dipole dimension. If the dipole is very small size, is of very small size, generally the dipoles are of atomic sizes. So if the dipole size means A is very less than other distance means R, then we can use the approximation. So the approximation tool in the physics says that whichever quantity is very small, put this equal to 0 in all addition and subtraction terms. So what we have to do now, on the right hand side, the second formula which we achieved, in that we have to put A equal to 0 if A is very less than R given condition. Then if we put A equal to 0, R square whole square is remaining, which is R power 4, but in the numerator single power of R is given. So finally after cancelling, one power of R will get R cube in the denominator. This way the final answer of EP is 2p upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R cube, where 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 we can also write as k. So we can learn this formula as 2kp upon R cube. And what does the terms denote here? P denotes the dipole moment vector and R denotes the distance from the center of the dipole. Distance of the point P where we have to find the electric field from the center of the dipole. So this way we have solved the net electric field due to a dipole on the axial line.